park system is connected by a trail system. This system is made up of a paved pathway, but there are also other types of pathways within the park, including grass trails. Multiple types of topographies make up the park system, including open grass spaces, stony creek, a fountain, forested areas, and tall grasses. By placing the park system within the center of CAMROSE and making it a highly visible feature of the city, a connection is able to be formed between regional identity and sustainability. The park system uses the topography of the land to craft a leisurely green space for its residents, which allows for nature to be embedded within the social framework of CAMROSE. Over time, the park system has been maintained and largely unchanged from its original conception, which reflects the continued value of the space for the city and its residents. Being sustainable allows for nature to be embedded in the ways it's molded into culture, therefore making nature culturally important, which allows for its ecological existence to continue. The park system is the result of humans molding nature to be suitable for their leisure, while also maintaining wilderness within city limits. Part of what the landscape is known for is invested in what looks good. The placement of picturesque elements within a setting heavily featuring unkept nature makes both features important for defining the landscape. The paved pathways throughout the park operate as orderly frames. These frames allow for humans to embed themselves within the landscape and solidify the spontaneous nature of the area as central to the landscape itself. By leaving large open green spaces throughout the site, ambiguities are able to be made about the utilization of the space. This allows for competing and different narratives to be created about the space, which allows for individuals to truly connect to the space and create it as their own. This landscape is an example of natural diversity being maintained and encouraged within an urban setting. Minimal management is evident throughout the park system. The spaces within the parks which hold unmanaged plant life are not attempted to be controlled. Instead, they are left alone while other spaces are managed. The combination of groomed nature with untamed nature demonstrates how culture and nature can combine to create a synthesized landscape. The uncultivated aspects of the site maintain the park system as a sustainable landscape because it allows for nature to take its more unkept form. The park system needs management in order to stay a sustainable landscape. By including manicured spaces throughout the landscape, the site is known as a park. Without the inclusion of paved pathways, mowed grasses, and benches, individuals would be less likely to utilize the space as a place of leisure or recreation. The neatness present within the park system aids in the sustainability of the site because the neatness indicates sociable human intention where people occupy the space and return to it frequently. This frequency maintains the natural space as a place of importance within the city. When neatness is no longer maintained, a landscape's preservation is at risk, as capital investment may influence the seemingly unused space to be destroyed for development. By including neatness within the park system, the landscape signals its human use and therefore its value and sustainability. The management of the landscape depends on the presence of neatness. There is no disconnect between the human usage of the space and the space itself. This space has become what it is through human interaction with nature, and in doing so has created a sustainable landscape.